So three things that are part of the Japanese culture. I'm not saying they have invented it, I'm not saying it's specific to them, but I know it's broadly part of their culture. And also, it's my own interpretation of those. The first one is to be mindful of your relationship with objects. Just for instance, there was a storm recently, and I was just thanking my house. I say, thanks for protecting me. Thanks for being here for me. And I've noticed in some Asian countries, when I give you the change, they hold the note with two hands. And I just think that just this concept of being more mindful of what's around you and not treating them like just objects, I think can really alter your life, alter your perception of where you stand, and also pushes you to be more mindful instead of saying, oh, all this is not important because they are just objects. Now, the second concept, once again, you could say that's not really typical of the Japanese, but they really mastered it, is called Kaizen, which is to do things little by little with a small improvement every time. So there's a much broader topic around Kaizen, but my interpretation of Kaizen is do something very small first, even if it's insignificant. And actually, it's the fact that it's insignificant that makes it really easy for you. And I'm using that so often. Let's say a random example. Let's say I have to weed my garden and I really don't enjoy doing it. So I'm telling myself, okay, I'm just going to go there and I'm going to just remove 2 or 3 weeds, no more. And what happens, there are two things that happen. Is usually when you start with something that small, you are there and you think, yeah, well, I'm here now, so I might as well do some more. And it's not as bad as I imagined it. So sometimes you just get going and you can finish the job. And the second thing that happens is that you have started. There's nothing more daunting than when you haven't started anything at all. And so for me, the best motivation when you want to reach a goal is progress. Looking back, looking at what you've done. And as it's a great motivation, I think this is really helping to complete your task. Okay, I've done a little bit now, and so you can apply that for fitness. You can just, you don't feel like running much. Well, you're going to just go for 2 minutes, just go there and back, and you will tick that off. And the day after, it might be a bit more. But if you keep using this, then you will have an interesting outcome, I think, after a few days. So this is it. Just do things little by little and look at the result. And in an instance where you can improve what you are doing, then you don't need to improve much every time. Just do it again. Just try to do something a little bit different. If it works, you keep it for next time. If it doesn't, then you can discard it. So the last concept is Ikigai. So I'm just going to give you my interpretation of Ikigai. And it's actually not exactly Japanese. I think Heraclitus, a long time ago, said something like, you will never cross the same river twice. So what does that mean? So that means that we are different. We change all the time. We are in constant changing mode. And therefore, when we cross the river again, we will be different. And also the river will change. I mean, you can interpret the river as things flowing towards you. But the way I see it is simpler, is that the river changes all the time. It's always a new water, fresh water, and you are different. So Ikigai, one of the components of it, and my interpretation of it, is that every moment is absolutely unique. The moment that you are living now is absolutely unique. There's a lot of talk about living in the present. And for me, that's an extreme motivation, knowing that what I'm doing right now, it will never be the same again. I mean, you watching this video, if there is anyone watching this video, you watching this video today will be different than you watching this video tomorrow. And the Japanese have what they call the tea ceremony, and they do that very, very, in a very stringent, in a very controlled way, in a very methodical way. And that's to honor the fact that the tea ceremony, the drinking of the tea with another person, will only happen today this way. It's only unique. It's tomorrow, if they do it again, it will be, both parties will be different. So it's the same when you see someone and you say, oh, okay, see you tomorrow, casually. But tomorrow will be different. It's like when I say, oh, I cannot see you today, I will see you tomorrow. It will be the same. No, it won't be the same, because I'll be different and you will be different. So you see the unicity. I found that quite interesting and really changed the way I look at life now when I'm more aware of this concept. So this is it. Three things that really alter your reality, I believe, when you are more aware of those. Randomly, Kaizen, do something little by little. Ikigai, things change all the time, so really favor the moment. And the third thing is be more mindful of objects. Don't just treat them as objects. See them as things that can, help you sometimes, especially if they help you to achieve a goal. Okay, this is it.